This is my review of Chapter 31 of the Bleach manga. I'm a little less pissed off this week than it was last week, and I'll get into that in episode 10 review. So, we open pretty much where we left off. Rukia on the right side of the page with like the security guards come after her because she was yelling at Ichigo that the hollow's above him and stuff. And we get 3 panels of Ichigo like looking, Don Kanonji looking, and then the hollow like where they come at them. Ichigo grabs Don Kanonji by the neck and then throws him down, and it kind of looks like Don Kanonji was grabbing his neck too for some fucking reason. And the hollow like hits where they were and goes into the wall. Don Kanonji tries to attack it while it's stuck in the wall, but Ichigo grabs him and starts running away with him in hand. Then we got the chapter cover, and it's Ichigo kind of dressed up. He's wearing a suit and glasses, and he has a tie. He's like pulling the tie off, and looks like he just doesn't enjoy being in the outfit. Window breaks, and we get some like panels of the announcer basically narrating how the fight's going from his perspective. And we get a reaction shot of Rukia, and it looks like the speech bubbles should be like her thoughts, but all of them sounded like things the announcer was saying, so I don't think any of them were out from Rukia. And then we have like Ishin yelling and asking Karin and Yuji if they're okay, and he's really concerned, and we see that he was like blocking them like that from the glass. And he falls over, I guess, from being hit by it. And then they call out for Ichigo, and then Orihime kind of just says Ichigo. And Tatsuki looks at Orihime, and Chad's looking at the building, and we just get all kinds of different reaction shots from people. I never knew if these types of things were in manga, because I know anime does a lot of reaction shots. Dragon Ball is really infamous for it. You know, every time someone does a move, sometimes you'll just cut to other characters so you can see the reaction. I didn't know if manga did this, but at the very least Bleach is doing it. Kisuke seems to be taking note of how Ichigo fights. He says, alright, let me see how he's going to handle this. And it seems like he's talking about Ichigo. Don Kanonji tells Ichigo to stop running with him. He wanted Ichigo to run while he stayed behind. So Ichigo gets aggravated and throws him down and asks him why he should be running instead of the other way around. Why isn't Don Kanonji running while he fights the hollow? And then Don Kanonji asks the same thing. Why should he run and let Ichigo fight it and stuff? And so they basically are just stand still. So Don Kanonji says he'll answer first, and he just says he's a hero, and he can't run because he has a lot of viewers. He has 1/4 of the population, 25% watching his show of Japan, and so he needs to be an inspiration for the children that are watching the show and show them how to have courage and stuff and face overwhelming odds. He wants to inspire them, essentially. Don Kanonji wants to run back and fight the hollow for the cameras. Once Ichigo kind of understands his position, he wants to fight in front of the camera so everyone can see him, but Ichigo stops him and tells him that he can't endanger his audience because he wouldn't be much of a hero if he got his audience hurt. And so Don Kanonji kind of realizes he's right. And then Don Kanonji is like amazed that Ichigo could consider all of that while they were just running. And then the hollow bursts through the ground and it rushes at them. Ichigo's prepared to swing his Zanpakuto. He's going to downward strike and just kill the hollow outright, but his Zanpakuto gets stuck in the ceiling, and then we have like a comedic shift where Ichigo's making goofy faces and shit because his Zanpakuto is stuck. It's stuck because it's such a large Zanpakuto at this point. That's actually a pretty nice detail from Kubo, that if he had a normal sized sword he'd be fine, but since it's fucking massive, it just fucking gets stuck everywhere. Ichigo kind of freaks out because the hollow then spits this goo that hardens on his hands, trapping his hands on his Zanpakuto. and he can't get it out of the ceiling for whatever reason, and so he just decides that he'll kick the Hollow to death, and the Hollow starts rushing at him, and then Don Kanonji gets in between them, uses his staff to hold the Hollow's mouth open. And his staff starts cracking, and then Ichigo tells him to run, because he's too weak to beat him. Don Kanonji says that he's always been good at measuring his strength versus his opponent, and that he knows he can't defeat the Hollow, but Ichigo's selflessness has inspired him, and he can't just let Ichigo sit there and be helpless. He has to help him. And so he hopes to sacrifice himself to save Ichigo, and that's where we leave off. And then we have like the little corner thing being the crowd hearing Don Kanonji saying that he wants to protect Ichigo, and they're wondering why there isn't a camera and they're watching the fight. I thought this was a good chapter. It's pretty fun. I already said I like Don Kanonji as a character. I think it's a well-written story. I'll have more to say in the next one, in the next review. This is an entertaining fight. It's just weird that Kubo took a comedic shift with it. But I guess that's only natural because this is a newly born Hollow, and we know Ichigo's been getting stronger, so he shouldn't necessarily struggle with this coming off the heels of fighting Grand Fisher. I guess that makes sense, but I don't know. It's just a little weird to me. That's my thoughts on 31.